Okay, here we are, leaving Eureka, Nevada, headed to Salt Lake City today. A little over 300 miles. Going to stop at Bonneville Salt Flats if we can. And I tell you, I think we're ready to start heading east. Already this morning, I forgot my room key and my shorts that I already packed away. I can't tell you how many times I've done that already on this trip. Many. So we started off the morning that way, packed up all again. So here we go. I think we're starting to head home now. We started the morning by finishing off the loneliest road in America, at least riding it out to Ely, Nevada. From there, we would go north, heading up towards Salt Lake City. Okay, so we made it to Ely, Nevada. Now we got about 120 miles across the desert to go to get to the Bonneville Salt Flats. As we turned north, we took US 93 and then US 93 alternate as it traveled towards west over Utah and Route 80. As with our travels on Utah 50, this was a very remote desert road. Beautiful, but again, you do not want to forget to stop and gas up when you have the chance. Here in Wendover, Nevada, we're just going to get on the road and hopefully go find the Salt Flats. I think it's next exit up, I think. It turns out the exit and road to the Salt Flats was well marked. So we're out here at the Salt Flats and there's something going on out here today. So we're just going to walk up here to the gate and see what it is, see if we can go in and take a look. So what they're doing here today is practicing for the World Championships that are going to be held out here in September. So here we are. We're going to walk across the Salt Flats and go out and check some out of these race cars out. There were a lot of really cool race cars and bikes on the Salt that day. And it was really nice to sit down and chat with a few of them. You find out that most of them are really eager to sit down and talk about their cars or their motorcycles. So the guy at the gate is the owner of this Sportster. Yesterday he did 147 on this bike. So right now they've got this car getting ready to go. It's going to be driven by Valerie Thompson, who is an accomplished motorcycle racer, car racer. You might recognize the name. So that was pretty cool, being out here in Bonneville and actually getting to see some of the cars and so forth. rig was going to go, but it could take it an hour or more to stage. So we got to see if we can beat a storm over here and get to Salt Lake City tonight. We still have a couple of hours to go, so we're going to head out. But it is really cool to get to walk on the Bonneville Salt Flat. So it's day 51 and Kevin is back at the hotel taking a day off. And I am here at the Utah Museum of Natural History. Up on the top floor, gonna work my way down. Going to natural history museums is one of those things that I learned to love back when I was a child. My parents used to take us not only to great places like Vasquez Rocks, but they also used to take us to all kinds of wonderful museums in the Los Angeles area, and then also across the country when we had the chance. So I just finished with the museum, spent a couple hours in there. It's really nice. And now I'm going to go into the Red Butte Garden and Arboretum. So this is a good way to spend the day, just walking around and checking out his beautiful garden. This area right here, this is the low water area that would be more native to Utah. They've got some beautiful plants in here. They've done it really nicely. Found some shade, time for a little break. Day 52 started off with a great ride through the Wasatch National Forest as it climbed up just an amazing mountain that eventually rose to over 10,700 feet. And by the way, the bike did great. Our original plan was to get back on 80 for a short period and then get off on Utah 414 as it traveled down towards Flaming Gorge National Recreation Area. We would travel through Flaming Gorge and then take a back way up US 191 into Rock Springs. Unfortunately, our plans got changed when along the way Kevin got a phone call that he couldn't ignore. All right, guys, so I thought that I would come up here on this hill where I made a video when I was on my Alaska trip, because I stopped at this same hotel and I did an update video from about this same location. So I thought it'd be kind of cool to come up here and do it again. So we had a great morning riding through Park City and up the Mirror Lake Highway as we were exiting Salt Lake City. Beautiful ride. The road goes up to 10,700 feet. And it's just absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous ride. Had a great time. So what we were doing, we were coming down, going to get on I-80 and then go up a little bit and take another back road into Rock Springs, Wyoming, where I am right now. However, when we got there, Kevin got a phone call that there was an emergency going on back home. And this has kind of been a little bit of an ongoing thing, as I had mentioned when we were out there on the loneliest highway in Eureka, that there were a couple of things going on back home. Well, Kevin, unfortunately, is going to need to head back home as fast as he can. So he hit the road, and I stopped here in Rock Springs for the night, and I'm going to be continuing on the trip by myself. I'm going to go up to Cody tomorrow, and then on to Billings, and then on up into the Dakotas. I'm going to go to Teddy Roosevelt National Park and then back down into Rapid City. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Kevin, right now, I got a text from him a little while ago, was in Cheyenne, Wyoming, about ready to head down towards Denver, where he is going to try to leave his bike there, and so he can catch a plane back home. So that is what he's working on right now. So he is safe. I hope that he stays that way and that he gets home and can take care of the issues that are facing his family. So we're just going to wish him all the best and continue on with his trip and do the best that we can. Good morning, everyone. It is going to be day 53 today. I'm leaving Rock Springs, Wyoming. I'm going to head up to Cody, Wyoming. About 275 miles today. So I've got a little over 4 hours of riding time. So I'll be getting out of here, I don't know, between probably 9 and 10 o'clock. It's about 8:30 right now. I'm just starting to pack up. One of the nice things about traveling by yourself is you can be a little bit more leisurely about it. When you have, 2 or even more people, there tends to be a little bit of a rush to get everybody together and so forth. So that is the one nice thing about traveling by yourself, is you can just do it at your own pace. And because I have, sort of 4 or 5 hour day of riding, again, don't need to get out of here really quickly. So it will, however, be a bit of a melancholy day because, again, Kevin is not here with me now. I talked with him last night. He was in Cheyenne, Wyoming at the time. I reached out to him this morning, but I have not heard from him yet. So trying to figure out where he is and how he's doing about getting back home. So again, we'll be thinking about him today as we're traveling up to Cody. "100 miles in, stop for a coffee and a break. Beautiful ride today down Wyoming back roads. My first day alone on the bike riding into Cody was a great one. I started off on Utah 28 to Utah 789 and then eventually jumped on US 20 up towards Thermopolis, where the highlight of my day was riding the Wind River Canyon. So I got another, I don't know, 140 miles or so down. Got about 30 left to go. And then I'll be in Cody for the evening. Perfect timing. I'll be in there around 2:30, 3 o'clock. Then I'll go and find myself something good to eat. All right, so I made it. Here I am in Cody. Great room here. I am at the Best Western Plus Ivy or something like that. Really nice place, set in great room. Got a little balcony out there that I can sit on maybe later when it cools down. So I'm gonna get cleaned up, and then the restaurant opens at 5 o'clock, which is about 2 hours from now. So that's just perfect timing.